Hi there and welcome back. It's Lisa from Critters'n Ink Designs, and today I'm going to continue on my kit journey. And today we're going to be doing the Best Remedy kit. This is one of the newest kits out, and I shouldn't even be buying new ones because I have old ones coming out the yin yang. But anyway, I decided that this has been calling my name, so I'm going to do it. So you can see, let's see if I can find a piece of white paper, blue paper. So you can see there's a really cute little skunk and some really great little sentiments. A little birdie told me you were under the weather. Feel better soon. I'm here for you. Sorry, life stinks. Even though this stinks, a little ice pouch for your head there. A little thing of flowers, ice cream, and an ice cream cone. And then this one says ice cream is the best remedy for this. And this one here says, well, that stinks. So that's really cute. And that's a word I use all the time. I say things are stinking cute, or that's stinking awful, or, you know, whatever. So this kit is self-inclusive. I just dropped the ink. And this one comes with Starry Sky, which is one of the new in colors. So these little Stampin' spots. And this one comes with a block. Every kit comes with a block if it's a stamping kit. There are some kits that just use punch outs, but this one is actually a stamping kit. So this one comes with a Stampin' block. And speaking of Stampin' spots, there's a couple things I just want to cover while I've got you here. You still have until August the 10th to, if you're not already a subscriber, to subscribe or to order this Sweet Sunflowers paper pumpkin. And there's a free gift in it, and it's these little metallic foil honeycomb little sheets. I don't know, how big are they here? It doesn't say, but they look like they're probably about 5 1/4 by 4-ish. But I'm guessing, I'm not 100% sure. It just says 8 gold foil honeycomb sheets, so I'm not sure how big they are, but they look to be about the size of a card. And you actually, in this kit coming up in August, will get 2 of these. One is crushed curry and the other one is soft suede. And specialty vellum honeycomb pre-cut shapes. So that'll be really cute. And there's enough supplies in here to create 9 cards, 3 of 3 each, different designs, with coordinating envelopes and an all occasion stamp set. So I'm really excited about this one. Yeah, so if you're not already a subscriber, go right ahead and subscribe. And this is still Celebration. And starting August the 2nd, which is tomorrow, I had a little sneak peek, but I will post it on my blog tomorrow because they've taken it actually off the website, darn it. There's some new Celebration products coming available as of tomorrow for level 1 and 2 for the Celebration products. And if you're not familiar with Celebration, let me just grab my little booklet here. So Celebration is from the 1st of July to the 31st of August. And for every $60 you spend, there are free products that you can order. So these are for the $60 level. And if you spend $120 or more, there's actually products for $120. And if you have over $120 in your cart, you can either pick a $120 item or 2 $60 items. And if your purchase is even higher than that, then you can go ahead and talk to me and we'll qualify you as a host if it's over $200. And if you have sales, if you get together with a friend and your personal order or your combined order is over $375, you'll get this perfect pomegranate kit for free. And during Celebration, if you decide to join Stampin' Up, you could become a member of our Critters'n Creativity team. You will receive this beautiful planner, plus 3 notebooks, plus this Making Plans stamp set, plus a free paper pumpkin, free shipping. You do have to pay the taxes because, you know, the government wants their money. But this beautiful planner, let me just grab it. So included in the planner, look how big it is. It's beautiful. And it's magnetic, and this is a printed vinyl. It's absolutely gorgeous. And yet there are stickers in here. There's, what do you call that? Like a bookmark. And it's an 18-month, so it started in July of 2022 and goes to December 2023. And it's got tons of planning and priority papers. And it comes with this big stack of papers, which I haven't put mine together. I still have not put mine together. I'll get at it. And all of these sheets to go into your planner, plus 3 beautiful little notebooks. Look at how pretty that is. Little notebooks, and the stamp set, Making Plans. All of that is free if you decide to join between now and the end of August. If you have any questions about that, feel free to give me a quick email at crittersinc@gmail.com or through the contact button on my website, crittersinc.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer any questions you have about that. So let's get on to this kit. This is so cute. So as I said, everything is included when you purchase the kit. So here we have some little flowers and little sequins. So cute. And some Stampin' dimensionals. And here we have envelopes. So we have 3 Granny Apple Green gingham, 3 crushed curry dots, and 3 Starry Sky blue stripes envelopes. And what else do we have? Oh, so we have these are little mini glue dots. So we'll put these over here because we'll use those up. We have 3 embossed pieces. And what do we have here? Oh, these are punch out labels. Oh, look at how cute that is. 3 little pink embossed card fronts, I guess. And let's see. So we have, oh, what are these? So we have some pool party hearts, crushed curry, more dots, and the Granny Apple Green little rectangles. These are punch outs as well. And we have 3 Granny Apple Green cards, 3 pool party. Oh, look at these guys. Oh, little punch outs. So you have 3 sheets, I think. Yeah, 3 sheets of these little guys. Oh my goodness, how cute are they? Oh, so cute. So 3 sheets of those. And so 3 of the Granny Apple Green card bases, 3 of the plain pool party card bases, and then 3 of the striped card bases. Okay, so let's do the first one. So I'm trying to think up alternatives as we start here. So let's see, step number 1. So with every one of these kits, you do get an instruction sheet, and they're very thorough. And on each sheet, there's a ruler that starts in the middle here at 0, and it goes this way in centimeters and this way in inches. So if you need to ever measure ribbon or twine or anything like that, that's always there. And then here, it leaves no room for doubt as to what you need to do. So this here, step number 1, we're going to stamp a little birdie told me that you were under the weather. So let's put our stuff together that we need for the first kit. So we need a pool party card base. What did I do with those? Here they are. Pool party card base. Step number 1. And we need one of these. And one of our little punch outs in the Granny Apple Green. And some labels. Okay. And the chicken. A chicken. Long chicken. With the little slippers. Boy, so cute. Okay. So, this is pretty simple. So let's fold our card base. And let's get which sentiment a little birdie told me. Okay, so it's this one. Okay, I'm not going to open my Starry Sky. I'm going to get my big Starry Sky. And sometimes I keep the little ink spots to give away as gifts. So, Starry Sky. And we need one of these. Okay, so. Now, because these are photopolymer, what I use on my desk here is actually neoprene. It's quite thick and it's spongy. But if you're not using, if you're just stamping on a kitchen table or something, it would be a good idea to either use your silicone mat or a Stampin' Pierce mat that you can find in the catalog. And I'm just going to give this a quick wipe because it is a brand new stamp. So just give it a quick wipe on my chamois. There, I'm just going to use one of the little grid sheets from my Stamparatus. Just to give it a little test. So let's just see. So that stamped out really well. So let's go ahead and give this a stamp. Okay. And so now let's put this together. Let's use our glue dots. So the first thing we're going to do is put some glue dots on our blue striped sheet. And this even tells you where to put your dots of glue. Okay, you can just use your fingernails to pick them up, but. So we've been extremely fortunate with the weather here in southern Ontario. I was talking to a demonstrator in southwestern US, and they typically, I think, live in the desert, but she's been having some brutal rains to the point where they've had to bring in blowers to dry their house out. It's just amazing, the weather lately. Okay, and so now we're going to put this piece here. We have one here, because I thought I had glued it down with liquid glue. That was on my brain. So now I'm going to take some dimensionals. This is so cute. Okay, I'm just going to pop out that little piece. Didn't pop out there. He's so cute. And we're going to put the sentiment up on dimensionals as well. So this is just a very cute, basic little get well card. Okay, I'm going to put a couple of these little sequins around. I guess they had theirs up a little bit. That's okay. I'm just going to leave mine where it is. There, that's so cute. So that's our first card. And I'm just thinking in my brain what we can do um, for an alternative there. I'll have to think about it. All right, so that was card number 1. All right, so card number 2, what do we need? So we're going to need a green card base, the Granny Apple Green. And let's see, we need a smaller sentiment bar, a skunk, okay, and we need one of these pool party hearts. So first, let us stamp our sentiment. So this one is, I'm here for you. And also, even though this stinks. Okay, so let's do this one first. So I'm going to give it a quick wash. And I always do this with my new stamps just because, you know, there might be some residue left from the manufacturer. It isn't necessarily so, but I just have it in my mind that it's a thing to me. Might not actually be a thing, but it is to me. Okay, I just found I was a little heavy-handed on the ink there. That's better. All right, so let's get that on there. And no, I didn't like the way that stamped out. See how it's a little bit heavier on one side? I'm gonna flip it over. And redo that. That's better. Okay, so that's that sentiment. And our other one, even though this stinks. Okay, so we'll just got ink on the back of my block, so I want to be really careful that I don't spread the wealth here. There. Yeah, so these all come with blocks. If it is a stamping, you could have quite a little collection of these blocks. Oh, I think I forgot to wipe that one, but that's okay. It's stamped beautifully, so I'm okay. So I'm going to go ahead and stamp. Keep my thumb out of the ink, right? Boy, oh boy. I just did it again. Okay. So I want this over here. So let's see if I can put this sort of straight so that I stamp straight-ish. Beautiful. So I keep baby wipes handy just for this, but I'll be honest with you, a lot of people do clean their stamps with baby wipes, and I try not to unless it's an emergency, because I've found certain baby wipes leave lint, and then if you go to stamp, and this happened to me, which is why that's how I feel, that I was stamping and I couldn't figure out how come I had all these little fuzzy lines on my stamps, and it was because I had used baby wipes on my stamps and it was leaving little furry things, and I was getting little furry residues on my stamps, and then stamping them, I was just not getting a clean stamp. So I'm sure there are lint-free baby wipes out there. I don't really use them. I've got my chamois, and I love my chamois. It looks gross, but it cleans. It goes this way. It cleans the stamps beautifully. So that's all I care about. So cute. Okay, so we're going to put him up on dimensionals. Oh my goodness, he is adorable. Can't wait to use the stamp and make a bunch of little skunks. All right, so on the back of this, because I want half of it lifted and half of it I'm going to stick to the skunk, I'm going to put a oh, I got two. I'm going to put a dimensional, where am I going to put it? On this side. Boy, that dimensional just fits. And I'm going to put a glue dot on the other side. to just put this right here. Oh man, that is so cute. I love his little face. Okay, so that's card number 2. Forgot my little flowers. So where do they have his little flowers? I'm going to put one in this little basket there. And one here. And then it says also 3 sequins. So, okay, we'll do a couple of sequins as well. There. Adorable. Can't stand it. That is so cute. Okay, now for the 3rd card. Let's see. So we're going to use our rainbow striped card base. So these card bases can go quite far in terms of using them as an alternative. And I'll show you that. I just got a little idea there. So we'll figure that out. So I need a, what do I need? I need a crushed curry strip and an embossed pink card thing. So that's going to go like this. And this is going to go like this. Oh my gosh, how cute. And for our sentiment, we need one of the square ones. So let's go ahead and stamp that first. And it is ice cream is the best remedy. So let's clean off our other stamp. So because the photopolymer stamps stretch, they're pretty flexible. I'm going to lay it down on my, just anywhere on my desk, face down, and then let it rest, and then just pick it up with your block. And that particularly for the longer, narrow type ones, that's probably a really good idea. So let's ink this up. Let's see what kind of a stamp we get. Perfecto. Got a little bit of ink on that. But let's try stamping right over it and see what we get. Might be okay. I just stuck my finger in the ink again. Okay. So so cute. All right, so let's see. Let's get this guy put together. Oh, and we need, what do we need? A little mouse. Not having any brilliant ideas for alternatives, but hopefully something will come to me. I do have an idea for one of these, so we'll use that. All right, so I'm going to, I'm surprised Georgie's not climbing all over my desk, irritating me. She's been very clingy. I was out working in the yard this morning and she was right underfoot. Okay, and the same with the crushed curry. So I'm going to need 4 glue dots for that. I have a really cute video of Georgie trying to sit in a paper pumpkin box. And she manages to. Her butt's hanging out, but she actually got her little self in there, hanging out all over the place, but she slept in there for probably 2 hours. It couldn't have been very comfortable, but I'll put a link to that video if you haven't seen it. It's so cute. And then we'll put some dimensionals on little Miss Mousy here. They're so cute. So we got a wild hair and we decided to dig up one of our huge hostas. separated into many little hostas, and then put a garden across the bottom of our backyard. And so I've been literally sitting in the dirt for the last couple days, breaking apart the grass that my husband dug up, and making a big garden out of the cut up, we took the grass out, now we're making a garden out of it. But I had to break up the grass and separate the grass from the dirt. So between the sunburn and the red ants, it's been a lovely, lovely morning. I have red ant bites up my legs and on my butt because I was in shorts sitting in the dirt, which probably wasn't the sharpest thing to do, but I did it. And then sunburn. So the sunburn's not too bad. I did have sunscreen on, but boy, it was hot. Thank goodness right now there's no humidity, which I was very grateful for. But we sure could use a little bit of rain. There. Adorable. So those are the 3 cards from the kit. And so let me think about some alternatives here for a second. I'm going to cut this in half. And so let me cut this down to a card front, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So 4, 5 1/4. So let me grab some cardstock and let's see what we can come up. All right, so I picked some cardstock. So I have crushed curry, granny apple green, starry sky, and polished pink. So let's see now. Let's make some card bases. So I've got a polished pink. Could actually do this in pool party too. Well, let's make one of each and then we'll decide. So I've scored my short side at 4 1/4. This is 8.5 by 11, and I've scored it down at 4 1/4. And I'm going to cut it in half at 5 1/2, and that will give me 2 card bases. So there's 2 of the polished pink, and I'm going to do the same with pool party, which is here. Okay, so here's pool party. So I'm going to score it at 4 1/4 on the 8.5 inch side. Yes, I am. So score it at 4 1/4 and cut at 5 1/2. Okay, and I have 2 card bases there. So I saw a really cute card the other day online. So let's see if it works. So I could keep this, I'm going to need it. So you take a card base and it's scored at 4 1/4. So I'm going to line my trimmer up at 1 3/4. So here's my score line. So I'm going to line this up at 1 3/4. 1 3/4 is right there. So I'm going to take my blade, there's a little mark on the blade, and I'm going to line that mark up actually on this side. So I'm going to come down, I've got it lined up at 1 3/4, and I'm going to come down right to my score line. Did I make it? Yeah. So just to my score line here. And then I'm going to move this down to 3 1/2. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut from the edge down to the 4 1/4 line. And I'm going to line the little groove on the blade to the 4 1/4 mark. Actually, I'm going to stand up so I can see what I'm doing here, because I don't want to go further than my score line. And I did go a little bit over, but that's okay. So next I'm going to fold these 2 out of the way. And I'm going to line up. Can you see? Yeah. I'm just going to zoom in a smidgen here. So I'm lining up this corner into the groove where the scoring tool is going to go, and then this fold, this score line is right in the center of where the scoring tool is going to go. Okay, so I'm going to put that down, and I'm going to score from the corner to the kitty cat corner there. See if I can see where I'm going. There, so I've scored from this corner to this corner. And it's actually not that straight, but it'll be okay. So then I'm going to pop this one down. Oh, let me zoom out here. I think it's better if I'm zoomed out. So I'm going to do the same thing on the next one. So I'm going to put the corner into the groove and this corner also into the groove, and I'm going to take the scoring tool. I'm just going to come down, score all the way down. You see? Yeah. And then on the third one, I'll do the same thing. And so I'm lining up the edge of my card and this corner into the groove, and I'm going to go ahead and score that. There. So cute. Okay, so I've cut that at 4 because that's the width I need, and 4 by 1.5. So 4 by 1.5, and I need 2 of those. So that is 4 by 1 3/4 for that one. And these ones are 4 by 1.5. And they're going to sit here. But what I need to do is I'm going to cut these on the diagonal. So these are going to work. So half of these are going to work. I didn't think of this. You know what? It's not going to work. Okay, these ones are going to work. So what I need is a piece that's going to be cut from, where's my pencil? So I need it to go this way, right? So I've got my little pencil mark there, so I know which direction to cut it in. So I need to cut it this way. So I'm going to cut there. This by this. If I was doing another card with a different paper up here, then these other triangles will work if I go to do another one. And use the stripe on the bottom. So here we go. So these are going to fit here. And then I'm actually going to figure out what to do with these bottom ones in a minute. But in the meantime, I'm going to stamp some of these onto here. And we're going to fussy cut out some little things. So we've got a little flower pot, we've got the ice bag, and a little thing of ice cream. Okay. I haven't washed these stamps as I typically do, but let's just see what we get. They're okay. Perfect. Okay. So what I'm going to do is fussy cut these. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And I'm going to, let's glue this down. We'll see what happens with this. Maybe nothing. So you can see with the liquid glue, I can manipulate the paper around a little bit if I need to. There. Okay, and I'm going to take a piece of the basic white for the inside of my card. should stamp on it before I do something crazy. Okay, let's put on the inside. Ice cream is the best remedy for this, but what I want to do is I want to make sure that when this is closed, this is going to be covered. So I basically want I want this to be hidden by this flap when it's down. So that's kind of where I want it. Maybe I'll grab my grid paper so that I have an idea where that's going to sort of line up. So if I line it up with that 4 line going through the middle of my card, that'll give me an idea when I'm actually stamping it as to where it needs to be for it to be under. I can actually even go up a little bit. I'm looking at my lines here. Yeah, I think I'm going to be okay if I put it there. So by the way, today's August the 1st, so if you have any purchases that you'd like to make throughout the month of August, I'd like for you, if you wouldn't mind, use this host code. You can see it on my blog as well at crittersandink.com. And that, using that host code allows me to earn free product. I can use that free product for my monthly draws to pass on to you guys. So that looks pretty good right up there. Now, having said that, if your order is over 200, don't use the host code. Just go ahead and collect the rewards yourself. And if you have questions as to how that applies to you, just get in touch with me and I can walk you through it. All right, so that's going to be covered up by there, so that's good. Let's glue this guy in. Okay, that's going to go right in the middle there. So cute. All right, so we should probably color these little guys. No, you know what? I'm going to use my little stickers. So I've got a duck. Oh, I just love his little slippers. That's so cute. And a little mousey. And a skink. My little granddaughter, who's 2, well, she's almost 3. She'll be 3 in October. And her dad had to catch a skunk. And he had a cage and he was doing a catch and release. And she was calling him a stunk with a T instead of a K. And she kept saying to her dad, "Dad, I need to see this stunk." It was so cute. All right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put these guys onto here. So let me see. I'm just going to use one glue dot to see what it looks like, to see if I like it, and then we'll take it from there because, I may not even like this. I'm just going to put one little glue dot on his butt. And I can't have him going over the edge because then he won't fit in the envelope. But if I put him there, and then we'll put little Miss Mousy up here. Now she's a problem. Yeah, she's too big. Okay, can't have her on there. I'll have to have her. No, it's that tail. I'm going to cut her tail off. Poor little mouse. Sorry, kiddo. There goes your tail. So I'm going to put her tail over here. Going up. I'll let that dry for a second. And then I'm going to have to come up with something else for here because I can't be having the critter bigger than the card or it won't fit in the envelope. And it also won't stand up. So this mouse is probably fine. Actually, you know what? I think we'll just leave one creature here. And I just had a brainwave. Okay, so we're gonna leave one creature on here, and then we will put, let's do Sorry Life Stinks sometime. And we pretty well have to use that because we're using the skunk. The skunk. Oh boy. Isla would be laughing at Grandma today. She's just gotten so funny. Oh my goodness. She'll be 3 in October, and she's just hilarious. Some of the stuff she comes out with, I'm like, oh my God, where did you learn that one? But I'm sure she picks up quite a bit at daycare. Okay, so I'm going to pop out one of these. Sorry Life Stinks sometimes. And I'm going to pop that up here. But what I want to do first is I'm going to take one of my blending brushes. And I may not even like this. We'll just try it. I'm just going to put a little bit of blue. It's a little kind of more ink than I thought I'd want, but let's see. That's okay. It makes it stand out a little bit, which was kind of my goal. And just gonna put a little glue dot under there and see how I like it. I'm going to glue this more securely once I decide what I'm actually doing, because I may not like this at all. Who knows? Okay. Oh my God. Look at the ink everywhere. I may just restamp this, but I just want to see how it's going to look. And I don't know how come I'm getting ink all over everything. Oh, you know what? Right here. Look at that little demo right there. Ink, ink, everywhere, ink. You'd think I was new at this. Okay. So what's going to happen with these is that this is going to fold and these are going to sit up like this. Isn't that cute? So I just have to decide what I want to do with these pieces here. And what I'm thinking is, that I'm going to actually take a piece of this pool party and I'm going to emboss it. So I'm going to cut that at 4. And I'm just going to emboss it. Okay, so what I decided to do instead of emboss it was to use the spots and dots, the dots and spots die on page 40 in the annual catalog. Because I haven't used it yet and I thought that's going to be fun. So here we have, looks like cheese. And I may, no, it's good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut this to be my opposite corners. So I need pieces that are 4 by 1.5 and one piece that's 4 by 1 3/4. So 4 by 1.5. I need 2 of those. And I need one that's 4 by 1 3/4. All right, so just so I don't end up in a pickle like I did the last time, I'm actually going to lay these down and figure out which corner I have to actually cut them. So this, I'm going to go this way. So top left to bottom right, right? Yep. Okay, so top left to bottom right. And these are going to go here, just to give it some detail. So top left to bottom right. Top left to bottom right. Okay, there we are. Okay, and I'm just going to erase that little pencil mark that I had made. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and glue these. Boy, it doesn't take long for my desk to look like a bomb landed on it. Just saying. Alright, so I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. I don't want to glue the daylights out of it, but I also don't want it bubbling up. So just a little bit of texture makes such a big difference. This looks like Swiss cheese, so I think I'm actually going to use the mouse instead of the skunk. So let me grab the little mouse and put her there. And I'm not crazy about that because the ink is inky, so I'm going to throw that away. I'm here for you. Okay, so we use I'm here for you. Okay, perfect. And I need one of those little banners. It's going to fit on there yet. Okay, that's remarkably straight, all things considered. The kind of day I'm having. All right, so let's put these in first because I'm thinking, do I want to put this on some window sheet so that it's sticking up? Maybe. Or just glue it on one side so that when this folds, it's going to stick up. I'm thinking about maybe the window sheet, but let's put these are going to be our little stoppers. Okay, so I'm going to put dimensionals on the bottom of these and pop a dimensional on the back of there. And on the ice cream. Okay, this one's too big for here, so I'm going to cut this dimensional in half. There, put it there. We can use that one later. That would be Miss Trouble, named of Georgie. Ugh, sticking to me. Okay, so let's put the flowers down below. And so this is going to go like right in the bottom corner here. And that's going to be the stopper for this corner. And I could color these, but I don't want to take, you know, the whole day. So, and the next one, I'm going to put over here. And then the third one, I'll put up here. There. How cute is that? Oh my goodness. And I'm thinking, now that I'm looking at it like this, I think I'm going to put this just right on here. I think I'm kind of liking that. So I think I'm going to just glue this right onto there. And now I'm thinking this has to come up a bit. So this needs to come up to there. There. Oh my gosh. Look how cute that is. Ah, love it. So when you mail it, you're going to mail it like this, obviously. So let's use up some of these little decorations here. Oh, let me see. I think I'm going to pop a flower in her hair just because she's so cute. And then we'll just put some random sequins elsewhere. Oh, can't stand it. That is adorable. So then this is going to go like this. Now, if I was mailing this to someone, obviously I would color these little doodads. But as I say, I don't want to be at this all day, so I'll probably color them later. But isn't that the cutest little card? And it's so easy. I'll put all the dimensions and the directions. Well, the directions you can watch the video, but I'll put the dimensions again below in the description. I love that. And then if you wanted to, you've got this piece that's left over. You could actually glue this here. Let me take this down. I'm not going to waste it. I think I'll use it. Maybe not. Okay, let me grab my eraser here. So if you don't have one of these little glue erasers, I highly recommend it. I've seen them, like, I think you can get them at the dollar store or on Amazon. And you can see it didn't damage the paper at all. It just rolls it up into a little ball and pulls it off. All right, so I'm going to put this here. I just think that no point in wasting that. It's so cute. And I'm just going to put this right at the bottom of my card. And I'll grab another dimensional to put on the back of this. Okay, so now let's see, where do I want this? You're going to be there, and you're going to be here in the corner. And that is going to be there. Oh my goodness. I love this. Love it to death. Yeah, so cute. Now I'm thinking though, now that I have that flower there, I'm talking about ice cream. I'm going to pull that off and I'm going to put the ice cream cone there. There. Yep. So cute. And here I have this like a chef hat. It's supposed to be an ice bag. That's okay. Anyway, isn't that adorable? So that's one alternative. Gingham. Let's do something with the gingham. So what can we do with this guy? Now I have Roxy and Georgie in here. Oh, where you go? Atta girl. She's up in the windowsill. So on the polished pink, we had this crushed curry. So let's use that. And another piece of our stripe. So I'm going to cut this at 4 by 5 1/4 again. Holy moly, this desk, what a mess. So 4 by 5 1/4. And I just need one of these. Okay, so if we put this on here, maybe I'll make this smaller. I don't know. Don't know what I want to do here. I think I'm going to take an inch off both sides of this. And if I take an inch off, that'll give me some, maybe 3/4 of an inch. That'll give me pieces that I can use on other cards. So I'm going to go 3/4 and 3/4. Now on the cutting plate, on the cutting trimmer, you can go either like this to get 3/4, but it's awkward. But there's also 1.5 inches on this side that you can use that makes life much easier. I'm going to stick with simple, but I think what I'm going to do first, let's see, is I'm going to take some of these little stamps and I'm going to use the Petal Pink ink. Sorry, not Petal Pink, Polished Pink that we used, that the paper is Polished Pink. All right, so I'm going to randomly put these on here. So I may not like this. We'll see what it looks like once I've done it. So I've got the Polished Pink ink. I'm going to stamp off because it's dark. Let's see what happens if I stamp off. I like that. Let's go with the stamped off version. Now keep in mind what I said earlier about stamping with photopolymer stamps. This is a neoprene spongy, it's like a big placemat. So I don't need to have anything underneath it. But if you're working on a wooden table, I highly recommend using a Stampin' Pierce mat or a silicone mat, okay? Stampin' Pierce mat is better. So this is the Stampin' Pierce mat. It's about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch thick and big enough for you to stamp almost anything. And I should keep one on my desk all the time, and I don't. I've gotten lazy because I do have the neoprene pad, but you do get a much nicer stamp with the Stampin' Pierce mat underneath. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. So let me just try and remember what we had here. What I'm going to do, actually, you know what? We will center this. Okay, and I'm going to, I think I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals. I'm just going to leave that for a minute, okay, and we need to stamp our sentiment. Let's put a little birdie told me. And what color of ink will we use? Polished pink? No, I think I'm going to do Starry Sky. Because the little bird's robe is Starry Sky, so we'll go ahead and use the Starry Sky. It's not like I'm introducing another color. So cute. All right, so let's glue this onto here. Okay. And I've got these little springy, I forget what they're called, but I got them at Amazon. So they're like little springs. So let's see. Oh, wobblies. I think they're called wobblies. So they're little wobbles. So I'm going to put the little wobble right in the middle of the bird. But I'll find the part number on Amazon, and I'll post that below if you don't have any. You get quite a few in a package, I think. There. Okay, so we'll put our little wobbly birdie here. There. Isn't that stinking cute? Oh my god. Love it. And it squishes right down for a post. You know, you don't have to worry about that. So then on the inside, what will we put on the inside? Let's just do Feel Better Soon. So I, every so often I'll put a movie on and cut up a couple of packages of basic white and very vanilla into a typical card layer, which is 4 by 5 1/4. So I always have, I'll just show you how I store them. So I have, amongst the cat hair, I've got the basic white, very vanilla, and then I have my envelopes. And then these are just more envelopes. And then back here, I've got my masking paper so that it's always handy. And all I have to do is reach over and grab it. So look at what I just did. That was close. Ooh, boy, oh boy. Okay, let's try that again. Oh, Roxy, way you go. My little helpers, telling you, right in the middle, and I want it straight. Look at that, would ya? And then I think I'm gonna put a little bouquet of flowers. I'm just gonna grab a little lock here because I'm there, that's good. I'm just gonna pop that right there. All right, so that's going to be the inside of the card. My hands are very inky, I just have to be careful here. Okay. All right, so there's our second alternative. So cute. I love these little wobbly things. Okay, so that's two alternatives. What can we do for the third one? I've got a little skunk here, just begging. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't put any gems on this. Okay, back to the drawing board. We're gonna pop a couple of gems just right here. Put a couple on his little slippers. They're so cute. Where else can I put one over there? There we are. Adorbs. Okay, third one coming up. Let's see, what will we do? We should use one of these. We're going to use our little skunky. As Isla would call it, a stunk. We'll use our stunk. And All right, let's see what we have so far. We have a little birdie told me you're under the weather. Let's get rid of this. Let's clean up a bit. Okay, so we've got a little birdie told me. So here's our 2 birdie cards. So cute. And here's our 2 little mouse cards. So now we just need to come up with another skunk card. Let's see. So we need to come up with another skunk card. We did this. No, we'd have to do it this way. That's okay. We could do this way. And then, it's not very bright though, is it? Yeah. Okay, what if we put this here? I like that. Okay, let's do that. So what we're going to do is I am going to glue this right on here. There is a score line here, but once it's covered up, nobody's going to be the wiser. So I'm going to glue this onto there, right up in the corner, and I'm going to cover up that. I just want like a little sliver of color. And had I thought this out, I could have actually used a die to cut something out of under here and use the stripe for like a heart or something, but it's too late now. I've glued it. So, but note to self. Okay, so I'm going to line up the edge of this track with the edge of the pink paper. And that's going to give me like a 1/16 of an inch margin for the blade. See what I mean? So I lined the inner track of where the blade slides along the edge of the pink. And then there's another like 1/16 of an inch between that edge and where the blade cuts. So I use this measurement a lot actually. So I'm lining it up. You can see, I don't know if you can see. Let's stick something under there. Does that help? No. Let's try something white. Let's look at the inside of this. Okay. Well, doesn't help either really, but so you can see where this travels. So there's a gap in there about maybe 1/8 of an inch. So if I line up the left-hand side of right here of that gap with this edge of the pink, and I'm going to line it up so that they just match. And I'm just leaning over to sort of see that the pink edge is right under where this opening starts. And I'm just going to run my blade down, and it gives me just a little sliver of color, and that's all I wanted. Okay. Don't throw these out. You can use them for other things. So, what a difference that little edge makes, right? So I'm going to glue this down right in the middle. And I'm not being overly fancy, and I could have stamped this one like the other one, but that's okay. Do I want this on here, or is that too much? You know what? I don't mind it actually. So let's see, where's my pencil? So I'm going to just make a little mark. Actually, I'm going to do it just to the pink. So I'm going to cut it off right there. So let me grab my trimmer. And I'm going to line up that pencil mark right in the middle of the ditch. Okay? So I've got my pencil markers right in the middle of this ditch. So that's where my blade is going to cut it off because I want it to match the pink part, the pink embossed little sheet. And then I'm going to stick my stunk right there. I like that. I think that's very cute. So I'm not going to glue anything because I want to do something with a sentiment. So let's look at these again. Well, that stinks. Oh, let's use that one. Well, that stinks. Hi, Georgia Kitty. And let's clean this. It's amazing how destroyed this desk gets when I'm making cards. And here's my stamp. We haven't used that one yet, so I'm just going to give it a little wash. So that will fit actually on the smaller of the banners. I'm going to use the Starry Sky again. That's cute. What did I do? Okay, so here's the banner. And I'm just going to line that up. All right, so I'm going to glue that onto here. There, okay, so let's see what we have. So, okay, I'm going to put this up on dimensionals. It says, well, that stinks. Well, that stinks. Okay, and I'm going to glue this little piece right down. So cute. I'm going to grab another one of these wobblies. I don't use them as much as I used to, and I should keep them more handy because I always forget that I have them. Oops. I'm just going to pop that right on the little guy. Little girl. I think it's a girl. Not that it matters, but. Oh, where's my, here it is. Okay. There. All right, so I'm going to take one of these little flowers, and just like I did with the other one, I'm going to put one in her hair and one in her little basket here. Not her basket, her flower pot. And we'll put some of these around. I never used to be a big fan of the sequins, but they, you know, just a little sparkle like this adds so much dimension to the card. That's so cute. All right, now on the inside, I'm just going to grab another one of my basic whites. Let's do the ice cream as the best remedy again. There, I'm going to leave this other one on there for now. I'm just going to see how that works. If it doesn't, I can flip it over. Beautiful. Okay. And I should stamp a little ice cream, I guess. Two little ice creams. There. How cute is that? All right, so just pop that in the back. There we are. Okay. So there's 3 cards and 3 alternatives. Let me just tidy this up and we'll have a look at what we have. So here are our 2 skunk cards, the original one from the kit, and then my alternative. And our 2 mice cards. This is the one from the kit. And this was the alternative that I made with the little flip easels, a little triple easel card. And our little chickadee. Here's the little one from the kit. And then our little wobbly with the background card alternative. So I hope you've enjoyed this as much as I've enjoyed doing these cards with you. If you have any questions, of course, you can always contact me at crittersandink.com or at crittersandink@gmail.com. And I will list everything that I've used below. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up, please. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'd love you to subscribe to my channel. Thanks so much. Have a great afternoon. Bye for now.